Guys, what's going on? It's Monday Night Football, Week 15, last game of Week 15, and I want to share a play with you guys like right now. I don't even want to wait. Let's just jump into it. Really, really good value right now on FanDuel for DK Metcalf anytime touchdown. So right over here, guys, you can see Pinnacle has this at plus 144, minus 182. The fair value is plus 157 on Pinnacle. You get this at plus 165 right now on FanDuel. I just placed a bet on this literally 30 seconds ago. Fantastic value on DK Metcalf anytime touchdown. I was just kind of perusing through the touchdown odds right before we went live, saw this, and immediately wanted to share it with you guys. So go grab this right now. Excellent, excellent value over there. Jalen, what's going on? Did not want to waste it. Did not want to jump into DFS yet because this thing is go, 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 go. So we have quite a bit to jump into. Got some DFS loaded up. PrizePicks, Underdog, Better. We're going to look at DraftKings. We got Pick 6. A lot of good stuff going on. There is an SGP boost, guys, on FanDuel. You can add this as part of your SGP boost, but I'm betting this straight up DK anytime touchdown. Really, really good stuff. Trent, what's going on? So let me just, while we're on anytime touchdown scores, I'm just looking to see if anything really else pops to me when we're looking at this. Whoa, Kenny Gainwell. This is almost an ARB. It's better on Hard Rock, but literally this is at plus 180 odds. So we come down here, remove the VIG, guys, and I go look at Kenny Gainwell. The fair value on Pinnacle is plus minus 157. So if I pull up an odds converter calculator, throw this in at 157 odds, that's a 38.91% chance, which is actually similar to DK. And we are getting odds on Kenny Gainwell right now. Wow, plus 180 is really, really good. You can see bookmakers at plus 130. We're getting 180 odds. This is even better, dude. This is a 9% edge. Wow, this is a fantastic play, guys, on Kenny Gainwell. So just talked about DK Metcalf anytime touchdown. Kenny Gainwell is really, really good. I only have about, I'm betting the full 300 here. If you guys don't believe me, I'm happy to share that I'm in on Kenny Gainwell, $300 at plus 180 odds. This is an incredible value right now over on FanDuel. It's better at Hard Rock, but this has almost a 9% EV edge play. Kenny Gainwell, we're going to lock that in. What's going on, Hit and Hope? Man, that's a really, really good price. I'm going to be out of FanDuel money, obviously, because I have now, $124 left? But was just perusing, saw this play, and immediately my eyes went to FanDuel. You could see, like, this is just way, way off. Almost a low hold. We're 2 cents away from it being a low hold. Absolutely love that. And FanDuel's probably one of my favorite books to go after in terms of anytime touchdowns. So that was an incredible play. So 2 plays right there. DK Metcalf and Kenny Gainwell. Freiermuth, not bad. I would definitely bet this on no VIG, guys, for Freiermuth anytime touchdown. Very good over at no VIG. This is excellent. But I probably wouldn't bet this anywhere else. Let's see what else we have going on. So DK Metcalf and Kenny Gainwell both are just really, really good. Nothing much for Warren. Not much for Jalen Waddle. What else do we got here? HN, not really. No. Darnell Washington is... It's okay. It's not great. It's fine, but I don't love it. But I definitely love the Kenny Gainwell. Whoa, Calvin Austin looks decent too. Calvin Austin here on FanDuel, plus 600 odds. Let's remove the VIG. The fair value is plus 477. So again, guys, if you don't know, odds and win probability are all tied together. This is 17.33%. So it's 17.33%. I think we're getting this at plus 600 odds. Yeah, we are. 600 odds are here on Calvin Austin. This is another really good one. Again, longer shot play for Calvin Austin, but this has a 21% edge. So all Steelers right now that have the value for anytime TDs, DK Metcalf, Kenny Gainwell, Calvin Austin. If we're looking at like terms of like risk, highest EV plays are Austin, Gainwell, and Metcalf. But in terms of highest probability to hit, it goes Metcalf, Gainwell, and then Calvin Austin. But I don't mind a little sprinkle on Calvin Austin there. That's a long shot play. And honestly, guys, this is kind of insane. Maybe not the smartest thing to do, but for the promo here, I'm just going to go to the event, and I'm just going to predict that the Steelers have a day. Look at this. Metcalf's 165, Kenneth Gainwell. So obviously this is kind of crazy, expecting the Steelers to score a bunch. But this is just an insanely high EV edge play. This is a $10 max wager. So we are going to grab this. This is what I'm putting my SGP boost on for 3 touchdowns from Metcalf, Gainwell, and Calvin Austin. So all of them have very EV. I understand that the Steelers have to score a lot of touchdowns, but I'm going to follow where the math is right there and go after it. Anton said, what's going on, man? Even you, Wobo. Chi-Town, what's going on? Yo, I rolled your TD picks into a parlay boost and hit again for 15 units. Told you, you got the magic. Well, love to hear that, Anton. Love to hear that you hit there. Congrats, man. This one would truly be me pulling a rabbit out of my ass, guys. But 3 different Steelers. These all have very plus EV. And I made individual bets on Metcalf and Kenny Gainwell right now. I'll throw Calvin Austin in on this one as well. That's what we're going to use our 25% SGP boost. Kind of rocking and rolling, just getting after it right there. If you guys want this, I'll just share the link for FanDuel folks. You can just copy that there and get after it. Okay. So there we go. Man, just really, really good value. Again, guys, I was perusing the touchdown lines, and I mean, it's kind of simple, right? I'm looking at Pinnacle's line, and I'm like, whoa, like this is a pretty big discrepancy. How big of a discrepancy is it? So you can come up here, guys, just click the show no vig odds, come back down to Calvin and say, well, the fair value for Pinnacle's plus minus 477. We're betting the over, so we need to put plus 477 into an odds converter calculator. That means we have a 17.33% fair chance of hitting this according to Pinnacle. And so you just pump that into your Kelly criterion calculator. We're getting 600 odds. I bet quarter Kelly. It's a 21% EV edge play. You should put almost 1 unit or 1% of your bankroll on this play. That's how good it is. Again, long shot play. So I'll throw it over there. And again, if you just want to sprinkle it, Calvin Austin, that's your long shot play at plus 600 odds. I don't think you'll be too upset if he catches a bomb touchdown. He's, normally over under 1.5, 2.5 catches, but doesn't take much to break one. All right, let's get into DFS. I know we kind of diverted from what we normally do here, guys, but that was some really good value on FanDuel that I don't know if it's going to be out there forever. So definitely wanted to share that. Wrong screen, kid. All right, here we go. Let me minimize myself a bit. For those of you that are joining the stream right now, welcome in. I dropped a video today talking about 13 cheat codes to win big at sports betting. Give it a watch. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If it's great, tell me why it's great, why you like it. If it sucks, tell me why you don't like it. But would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on that. So currently we're just looking at DVigging to Pinnacle, right? DVigging to Pinnacle, worst case. Got some of the books pulled up. We can get rid of these odds. It doesn't really matter for what we're going after for DFS. And looks like we have some underdog value right off the hop. Good value on Holiday, not much on Hero or Jonnu Smith if I'm looking to play a 3-pick entry. But let me grab this Aaron Holiday play. Under 7.5 points. And again, I like to use a combination of Pinnacle and FanDuel when it comes to my sharps. So if we're focused on underdog, I want to see if we have any more underdog value. Cade Cunningham, yeah, it's not really. It's pretty slim. It's not great to play a 3-pick slip, guys, on underdog. So I'm not going to play one. I'm not really interested in playing a 6-pick slip. Just not my thing. PrizePicks, I can get a little bit more interested in here. We're looking at PJ over on his points and assists. Okay. So let's cook up something on PrizePicks. Unfortunately, his line already bumped to 18.5, which sucks. Let me double check this. Yeah, it's just not there anymore. Joker under on his rebounds and assists, under 21.5. And this is really the last big night of the NBA until Thursday, guys. There's one game tomorrow for the Cup. There's only 2 games on Wednesday. So there will not be a stream tomorrow or Wednesday morning. There's just not a lot going on. but we will be streaming. We'll be streaming in the evenings, guys, on tomorrow and Wednesday. Thursday, we'll have a morning stream and an evening stream. Really, it's NBA dominant, and we need some NBA games to really see a ton of like main market value early in the morning. So that's what we'll end up doing. All right, I like the Joker play. Let's go back to Pinnacle to see if we can find anything for PrizePicks. Not really. Let's go to the Sharp Money tool. I got anything over here? I got the books selected. I got PrizePicks. I got Underdog. Let me select the rest of these bad boys. Dabble, Pick 6. Let's add Parlay Play. And then let's make sure we got the better picks here. What do we got? Any PrizePicks? Şengün. Şengün over on his points. I'm cool with that. Again, he's going up against the Nuggets. Big matchup tonight between the Rockets and the Nuggets. So we're taking the more on Şengün. We got the under on Joker's rebounds and assists. Anything else? Just kind of getting tough out there. Karis LeVert, this barely has any kind of edge. So let me go back to FanDuel because I'm really trying to finish off this play. For those of you that are just tuning in, we just found some incredible anytime touchdown value on FanDuel for the Steelers game tonight. Go bet DK Metcalf, anytime touchdown, plus 165. Go bet Kenny Gainwell, anytime touchdown at like plus 180. Bet Calvin Austin at plus 600. Those are all really good plays. I just put my 3-leg SGP boost on FanDuel on all 3 of those dudes to score. Reed Shepard, man, slim value under on his points. This is all in the same game. Under on his points. Luckily there's nothing that's nerfing this. This isn't the best play for Shepard, guys. I don't love the Shepard play. Over on Şengün's points, under on Reed's points, and then the under on Joker. If you guys want to tail this, I'll share the link with you guys right here. Anton says, Score hates me right now. I've been crushing them all December. Yeah. That's good to hear, though. You're crushing them. And then Irish says, decent Onyx boost tonight, too. Yeah, a lot to get to. And we start off there with a PrizePicks slip. All right. There we go. Looking for... Tripping, no. Don't... They have, let's vote on 12 days of Pickmas specials. Blast your payout with 2 touchdowns. There are 2 nukes available tonight on touchdown projections. DK Metcalf and Jalen Waddle with each of the 2 nukes. I didn't. But I'm wondering, just out of curiosity. And the thing here with better, and I appreciate you bringing that up, Trippin, because this is something that we'd have to play both. Oh, wait a minute. I can just play. I'd rather play maybe just, I don't know if I could play DK or Waddle. It all just comes down to what I'm getting on the points, right? Can't combine Rodgers over on his passing touchdowns with DK. All right. How about completions? It's kind of the same thing, right? Rodgers is going to complete a pass most likely if he's going to throw it to DK. That's another little trick, guys, too. If you get a little correlation, right? If DK anytime touchdown, get Rodgers over on completions because, it could be a handoff to DK, but most likely it's not. What would be a 3-pick slip? Okay, a 3-pick slip is 7.5x, which is really good. Really, really good. So if you take Waddle or DK, I appreciate you bringing that up, Trippin. Waddle or DK, if you hit all 3 picks on their anytime touchdowns, it's a 7.5x payout. So I would like to pair Rodgers. And if you want to do this with Tua as well, guys, take Tua's over on passing completions with Waddle anytime touchdown. But we have to find a play for better. That's what we definitely need to find, that 3rd pick. And I want to make sure I have him selected. I'm almost positive I do. No, we do here. There we go. We talked about this Joker play under on his rebounds and assists. I could add that again. If you don't want to have too much exposure, Brandon Ingram's not really good enough. So let's look at a different D-Vig to Pinnacle. And Jonnu on his receptions. You might be able to hit this up, guys. I wonder if they'll give me a 7.5x payout. Jonnu over on catches with Rodgers on completions. Again, always trying to play some type of, correlated angle here. I mean, there is a world where John who doesn't hit this. Yeah, I mean, they'll let me play this for 7.5x, guys. But they're telling me I need to add more players. I need to add somebody from a different team. Gotcha. Makes sense. PJ, not really. It's just not quite good enough. Let's go back to the sharp money tool. I know I'm bopping all over the place, guys. Appreciate you kind of hanging with me for a minute. So we could do Thompson. Somebody wants about $1,000 at minus 118 odds. Şengün on his points. We already got that once. It's not great. Neither of these plays are really fantastic. So this kind of stinks. And I can't do receiving yards. I can do game. I got to do somebody else other than the Steelers for this final play. But I definitely would like to hit that up. What about like a bookmaker? Do I get anything here? Chris Dunn, under on assists. Yeah, I don't mind. This is very similar price to FanDuel. So we'll take Chris Dunn under on his assist in the Grizzlies game. And this is our 7.5x payout. Again, $10 max wager here, guys. I'll share the link with you guys. This is on Better. Metcalf anytime touchdown. The Rodgers completions isn't exactly a plus EV play, but I'm getting a little bit of correlation in there. 2 pick with a TD Nuke pays plus 500. That definitely looks really good. Is 20K in liquidity and a TD prop good, U2? I mean, it's good, but it all depends on U2. The liquidity that's being posted on that prop, what does the bettor want? What price do they want on the other side? Because a lot of times what you'll see, to give you an example, right? And it's a good question that you ask. Like if someone posts $50,000 on Amon Thompson's over on his points, but they want it at plus 500 odds, like their order's never going to get filled because, this is roughly minus 126 to minus 105 on Pinnacle. So it all depends on if you see 20K posted on a touchdown prop that you can bet into, pay attention to the other side, those odds that bettor wants. Sometimes, these guys on Polymarket and Kalshi and Betfair, they just post ridiculous prices. Fingers crossed, I hope the order gets filled, right? It's like if you walk into a Verizon store and want to buy a brand new iPhone and you tell the guy you're only willing to pay $25 for a new phone. If he gave it to you, you would be extremely excited that you got a new iPhone at $25, but it's a ridiculous price. You're never gonna make that deal. So pay attention to that. So you'll see this all the time with Polymarket, where everybody wants the Grizzlies on the money line and everyone has it at plus 145. This person is offering 20K liquidity at minus 180 because they want their order filled at plus 180 odds. It's like, dude, you're never going to get plus 180 on the Grizzlies right now. It's just impossible. So those are things that you have to pay attention to for sure. So just based off liquidity, that sounds nice, but it all depends on the price. It really depends on the price. Okay. All right. Let's kind of get back on track because I'm fired up. If you guys are going to take a 2-pick slip on DK and Jalen Waddle anytime touchdowns, let's kind of just quickly, because I'm already on the anytime touchdown market. Here's what you would need to do. Okay, here's what I would do. I would come up here and show no vig odds, right? What's the no vig odds? And then come down to DK Metcalf, okay? And this is exactly how we could do this. And say, okay, Pinnacle sees this at plus 157 as a fair value. So I say, okay, I come over here and I type in plus 157. Then I grab a calculator. And yes, this is how you have to do it, guys. 0.3891. That's the fair value on DK. It's a 2-leg parlay. We need both guys to score. So we need both legs to hit. So we have to multiply both of their fair win percentages together to find out then what our fair win percentage is to win the 2-leg parlay. This is just parlay betting 101. Then I'm going to come over here to Jalen and say Pinnacle's got this at plus 196. Okay. And Pinnacle's one of the very few sharp books that offers the over and the under. So that's why we use them. So I'm like, all right, 196 on Pinnacle's a 33.78% chance times 0.3378. So you have a 13.14% chance. You come over here and you say, all right, I got a 13 spot 1-4. If you get this at plus 500 odds, this is a minus 21% EV edge parlay according to Pinnacle. Okay. So if you're getting paid out at plus 500 odds, not very good, right? So the one way that I could try to figure this out is I'll just grab DK's over, and then I'll grab Jalen Waddle's over, and it says special picks maxed out. Obviously, I could probably only do it once, so I can't figure it out. But this is how you would figure out. Type in $100 and see, or $10 and figure out what's your payout. And then figure out what those odds are. And then type that into your Kelly criterion calculator. And that's how you're going to figure out using Pinnacle if it's a good play or if it's not a good play, right? So these are how you can break down these boosts with math and figure out what's up. That's how it works. Let's see what else we got here. We're going to hop over and look at some dabble guys. We're going to look at some DraftKings pick 6. A lot of better value, but it's very slim value. Let's take a look at Penny. PJ Washington, I like that. And then really after that, it kind of falls off a cliff, especially if you're playing a 3-pick entry. And if you're playing 5-pick entries on better guys, this is very slim value. Like, I'm not overly enthused to play this on better. Same can be said with underdog. Now, again, you can mix and match sharp books to see, like, let's take a look at FanDuel. Maybe you can find some better stuff. Like this Jaren Jackson play looks pretty good on FanDuel. It's at minus 146. Yeah, now it just lost a little value. It's slim value on FanDuel, probably zero or little value to Pinnacle, right? So not much for pick 6. And all these plays are kind of slim in general when it comes to better. Let's head over to the fantasy tool. I know we got some discounts going on with DraftKings and all that. We'll take a look. Thoughts on the game, Jordan? I mean, it's going to be cold. Statistically, the Dolphins have only won it's below 20 degrees tonight in Pittsburgh. So you have a team that's in Miami that's going up to the cold. The Dolphins have not, history is not on their side in terms of playing well in cold weather games. And the Steelers should win the game, but the Dolphins have been playing incredibly well for Coach McDaniel, and they're a scrappy bunch. So I definitely think it's going to be a tight game. If you can get Dolphins at plus 3.5 or Steelers at minus 2.5, I definitely could see this game right where the line is being around a field goal. Yeah, Irish. I hear you, brother. I hear you, man. Give me 1 second, bro. I know you want the boost. You want to use it. I used it earlier this morning on the stream. Devon Achane under 114.5 receiving and rushing yards. No Pinnacle line here. I don't mind this under on DraftKings pick 6. Right, it's 109 on FanDuel. It's fine. Let me see. Aaron Rodgers over on his passing attempts. Yeah, not great to FanDuel or Pinnacle on this line. I don't like this play. Rodgers on his passing touchdowns. The boost could get you over the hump here, right? It could get you over the hump. So it's okay. Jonnu being at minus 120 on Pinnacle, getting this at minus 122. I like the Jonnu play a bit more. If we go ahead and type in, so Achane under, Jonnu over on catches. Let me log into pick 6. And then we got to still take a look at Dabble, and yeah, we got just a lot to get to. Good stuff. Always great when this is. God, thank God we're not in summertime and we're betting on baseball. Thank God. And for those of you that don't know and you can't really see behind me, don't let this A's hat fool you. I am a diehard Steelers fan. I try to keep it real about the Steelers. Trying not to be too bit of a delusional fan. We are basically a 9-8 or 8-9 football team. So the winnings boosts pack over on DraftKings pick 6. All right. Achane under on his rushing receiving yards. Jonnu Smith going up against his old team. Over 1.5 receptions. And then let's start with Dolphins. See what we got here. Tua passing completions, 19.5. Not very good to Pinnacle. Don't love that. Dulcich, again, guys, when we're talking about like yards in general, even with Achane, it's a wide distribution. So like while we got a decent number on Achane's under, like it's not like incredible. It's just barely okay. But this boost should kind of help push things through. Jalen Wright, not great. And Waddle, not great. So I would say the under on Tua, like we talked about, guys, this one's okay. The under on Tua's passing yards, I'm okay with. I don't mind it. Again, I think I played this earlier this morning. It's fine. It's not great to Pinnacle, but it's 1 yard, and I'm okay with that. Again, this is only about a 5.3% edge. Looks like we got a winnings boost. It's 30%, which 30% makes this a 6.9x payout, which is obviously EV compared to a normal 3-pick slip. So this is going to be my entry here. If you guys want to tail it, go ahead and do so. Yeah, DK's birthday. No doubt about that. So there's the 3-pick slip on DraftKings with the boost attached to it, guys. There it is. At the very beginning of the stream, for those of you that are just tuning in now, there was really good value on DK, Kenny Gainwell, anytime touchdowns. Let me refresh this page real quick. All on FanDuel. All the value was on FanDuel, betting DK. Calvin Austin was good. Plus 600 odds, guys. Pinnacle's at plus 446, about a 21% edge. Looked really good. DK is, now it's better at DraftKings. Pinnacle's at plus 143. This is a better play over on DraftKings. You can still bet this on FanDuel. I don't mind that. You can bet this on ProfitX. You can bet it on NoVig. It's a little, 3.3. Again, somebody wants this under at minus 166, guys. You can't get minus 166 at Pinnacle. So, again, remember, if you see a lot of liquidity, remember this person wants an incredible price on the under. But I don't mind that value on the over. Their value on the over is good, but it's kind of like at a little bit of the tippy top. And then Kenneth Gainwell, we got it at plus 180, guys. It's now plus 175 on FanDuel. So we got some closing line value there, which was great. It's obviously better on Hard Rock, but I don't expect too many people in the stream to be able to play on Hard Rock. So take a look at those. Those are really the 3 best. That's not Steelers bias. That's just where the value is showing up at the moment. That's what I would take a look. Saints fan, what's going on? What's going on, man? So let's get back over here and let's jump into some dabble, and then we'll show Fliff. Let's look at some 3-pick entries. Now, this is for JJ. This is for, obviously, next Sunday, guys. So this is a little further out in advance. Let's see if we can put 3 minimum data points up there. What do we get? Oscar Thompson, under on his points and rebounds and assists. It's good to Pinnacle. It's not good to FanDuel. I don't really like that. Not my jam. I don't really like Cedric Coward. Okay, so this over on Queta, however you say this dude's name, I don't mind this for my dabble people. Over 19 points, rebounds, and assists. It's all right. It's a 1.5 off to FanDuel, and it's a half off to Pinnacle. I'm okay with that. Freiermuth's receiving yards, yes, I can get down with that. So Freiermuth over on his receiving yards, no, it's not bad. That's not bad at all. And then what else? What's that? Where's that 3rd pick? If you wanted to take Najee Marshall under points and assists, under 17, that one I don't mind either. It's 16.5 at FanDuel, and FanDuel's at minus 113. So getting that extra half would be decent. So take the under on Marshall's points and assists, under 17. Take Freiermuth's over 14.5 receiving yards, Queta's over 19 points, rebounds, and assists. To kind of make it nice and easy to show you guys on the stream, this is what I would go with if I had an access to a Dabble account here in the bottom right-hand corner. Just kind of pause for a second. For those of you tuning in right now, I dropped a video earlier today, 13 cheat codes to win big at sports betting. Give it a watch. Let me know your thoughts. Dropped a video on Friday talking about how arbitrage betting is broken in 2026 and not in a good way. Not in a good way. Watch that video. Let me know what you think. For anyone that comments on, and for those of you that comment on the videos that want my honest take about taxes or sports betting, remember, guys, I'm probably not going to give you my honest thoughts on a public comment forum like YouTube. So if you want that, I would just DM me privately, and then we can have a conversation. Or hop on a call, a video call or something if you're like, I really want to know. I'm not really ever going to give the full 100 take on something if it's like taxes or Trump's big beautiful bill. Most likely I'm not going to be posting comments on YouTube on the video guys talking about that. So, you just got to DM me privately if you want that. So, just a little FYI. All right, so that's the Dabble slip right there. If I was it, that's really my three favorites. They're not awesome, guys, those three picks. They're fine. They're okay. For my flip people, let's see what we got. Okay. Again, though, guys, this plays good for Chinese basketball. It's Monday. And I know this game starts in probably 10 hours. I don't know how many people are betting Chinese basketball, but this is a good play to Pinnacle. It's 13 cents off. I like that. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it with there. And then last but not least, for anyone that's looking at sleeper value, if there is any, which normally there isn't, let's put up 2 minimum data points. Yeah, it's not ideal. This is not good to FanDuel at all for John Collins on his threes. So not really a surprise, but not much when it comes to sleeper. For my arbitrage people, if you don't really want to have to focus on, figuring out the puzzle that is plus EV betting, you can arbitrage. And this is not a bad time to arb at all. Obviously, the more books that you have, the more money that you're going to make. So you might not have all the combinations that I have on my screen, but if you do, there's still some good opportunities to make 2-3% when it comes to arbitrage betting. This Joker play on Bet Rivers or Sportsino looks incredible. Again, these are all player props. That's kind of the common theme. That's kind of the issue. So if you're attacking player props right now, you can definitely have some fun. No doubt. But it's normally going to be Sportsino. So just come over here, guys. Focus. Pick the books that you have accounts with. And obviously, then once you have your books selected, before you start to try to grab these plays, go log into those books. Get yourself prepared. Get yourself locked and loaded, ready to go. And then once you're logged in, click refresh and see what's up. If you want your accounts to last the longest, I would live arbitrage bet. And if you want your accounts to last the longest when it comes to live betting, don't live bet player props. Don't. If you're going to live arbitrage player props, okay. But if you're going to live bet, guys, make your action look like a recreational bettor, right? Bet money line spreads and totals when it comes to arbitrage betting, right? For college hoops, nothing easier than arbitrage betting point spreads and totals. Don't go after, for the NFL or really the NBA guys, live betting player props, no one's really sharp. No one is. So I think it's also a very quick way to get your accounts nuked if you're trying to live bet player props. Little liquidity, no one's really sharp. I think you could have there's other better options out there for you for live betting when it comes to main markets, right? Now, if you're playing pick six and you want to live bet, yeah, sure, because this platform's made for live betting. You want to live bet PrizePicks or Underdog, by all means do so. But I'm not going on to Hard Rock or I'm not going on to Bet Rivers live betting player props. I'm just going to live bet main markets because there's more liquidity there. It's a more casual sports bettor type of market. I want to blend in my live betting action looking like a casual, not looking like I'm a super sharp, right? Let's take a look at the positive EV tool. Let's tee up anytime touchdowns. We talked about some anytime TDs, but who knows? Might be a couple that I missed. We'll see if we have anything. Okay, Jalen Warren over here on no vig. This looks really good. Achan's under. I normally don't bet unders, but obviously you can. Jalen Warren, there's only $17 here on no vig. No real need to deep dive this, guys. Just go grab this on no vig. Achan's under. There's only $118 here. Go grab that. If we're looking at the NHL and anytime goal scores, got a couple of games tonight in the NHL. Okay, here we go. Gabriel Velarde. This is almost a 6% edge on FanDuel. Plus 220 odds. You can grab this at Circa as well, a plus 215. I wouldn't, let me see if there's anybody else that you would want to go. No, pretty much the main two culprits. This is where the last of my FanDuel money is going to go, which is on Velarde at plus 220 odds. Senators and the Jets. I got about $113 left, and it's all going on this play. Velarde at plus 220 odds. And just so you guys know that I'm not bullshitting you and I keep it real, I just, 210. 210. Is it still good at 210? That really took a hit, though. At 210, I don't know now. I was too late. Yeah, it's okay. It's not as good. But we'll put the last of it on here. $78 wager. Damn it, man. That was such a good play at 220. Still fine at 210, but it was so good at 220. So FanDuel's obviously paying attention. There you go. That's it for me. I got 89 cents left in the account. I'm all done on FanDuel. C'est la vie. That stinks, though. Definitely stinks. As you can see, it kind of dropped off. It's still good on Circa. The Kempe play is a little too low for me. Robertson's too low for me as well, but I'd go with Velarde. That's the play for sure. Damn. All right, let's take a look at some NFL player props, and then we'll jump into some NBA player props. Trying to hit as much as we possibly can. College basketball tonight, guys, not really an impressive slate of games. If anybody's dying to see college hoops, just type in hoops in the chat, and at some point we'll take a look at it. Otherwise, I wasn't planning on really going over too much college hoops tonight because there's not really too many impressive matchups. All right, NFL, we're devigging. Again, guys, you can devig to Pinnacle. You can devig to some other sharp books. I'm looking for line movement. I'm looking for ARBs, right? I'm looking for low holds. Just dropped a video, guys, on the OddsJam channel talking about player prop betting and what I specifically look for. That's not a bullshit video. It's legitimately what I look for on every single day that I'm using this software. If you want to try OddsJam 1 week for free, save 35% off your first month after the 1 week trial ends. Use code Billy35. You're going to save yourself 35% off once your 1 week trial ends. Let's go minus 150 plus 130. Pretty much it. Let's just select all the sports books. Cool. Okay, Achan on his receptions. This is a Camby play. 4.5% edge. This is also very good on FanDuel. Damn it, I'm out of money on FanDuel. Let's see what's going on in this over, though. What's up? Yeah, movement from a sharp book. 25 minutes ago, Pinnacle went from plus 130 to plus 117. That's a 13-cent movement, guys. So if you have FanDuel, you have a BetRivers account, even a bookmaker, I would even do ProfitX. All these are fine with me. Pinnacle's taking $1,500 on this market right now, which isn't bad. Yeah, I would definitely hit this up over on one of those books. Anton's just 10 points, bro. Yeah, I hear that. No doubt. So I like the Achan play. Over 4.5 catches. I would hit that up. Warren, $16. I'm not going to deep dive this play on Warren, guys. Just go bet it on Novik. Any other book have these odds somewhere close, similar to Hard Rock? Not really. Not really. So this is just a Hard Rock only play on Malik Washington over on his receiving yards. Darren Waller, over 2.5 catches. The Steelers' defense does not do a good job defending the tight ends, guys. So this Waller play is very good. I would like to bet this on Bet Openly. There's only $200 available. I don't know how much money I have in the account. Luckily for you guys, I only have $5, so I'm not going to throw anything more in there. Go bet this Waller play. There's $200 available. I definitely like that. Definitely like the over 2.5 on Waller. Dulcich has a decent amount of liquidity at 942. I don't mind that. Jaylen Warren was questionable. Looks like he's going to play. He's been dealing with some kind of virus or he's a little sick. So under on his rushing attempts could be decent. Could be decent. They might be rotating him, Kenny Gainwell, maybe a little Caleb Johnson tonight as well. Okay. And then again, you could take Warren on his touchdowns. We got rushing yards here on FanDuel. It really grinds my gears that I'm out of dough on FanDuel because there'll be a couple of bets that I like to place over there. But is what it is, guys. You could do Jonnu Smith. Again, if you're looking to play that SGP boost on FanDuel, you could take Gainwell's over on his rushing yards, Jonnu over on his receptions. And then you could take Achane over on receptions, right? That's another combo that you could go. The three-leg 25% boost, you could do that over there. I got to get into Onyx. I can't remember what the boost is on Onyx, but we got something over there as well. Anton, it was DK, Kenny Gainwell, and Calvin Austin all to score a touchdown. Obviously, guys, that's a super long shot play. We're talking almost plus 9,000 odds. 31% SGP boost on this Steelers-Dolphins game thanks to Onyx. So let's pull up Onyx right now and see what we have. And let's clear out the odds range and let's go to markets. And we'll just grab some different markets here. Just looking for any and all options. Gainwell anytime touchdown plus 170. Again, DK's at plus 170. You can mix and match this. A lot of Steelers plays right now, guys. So let's see if we can grab this. This is all, DVig and a Pinnacle. Take your poison if you want to do Gainwell and Metcalf. It looks like Metcalf is now plus 165. Gainwell, though, is at plus 170. So I prefer the Gainwell play because what they're showing me on Onyx right now is Metcalf's plus 165. Let's look at the receiving yards, which I definitely like Kenny Gainwell. He's like their second leading receiver. It's now at minus 109. This boost will overcome that. I'm still okay with it. You could also go Freiermuth over on receiving yards if you wanted to. Very slim edge. Same with Calvin Austin. I don't really love that. What do I got here? This is using power, which is fine by me. If it's worst case, it's a little worse. What else do we got? What about Bookmaker? Anything different? DK on his receiving yards. I'm fine with that as well. Looks like that locked. It's locked at the moment. Yeah, this DK plays locked on Onyx. So I'm not a fan of that. Can't do much there. And the first quarter total points, that's a very juicy play. But according to Bookmaker, it's good. The over 6.5. First quarter total points. Which is obviously, the side to be on. Hopefully there's not 2 field goals. All right, I'm fine doing that. So again, we're going to hit the plus sign here. I'm going to come back over here and DVig back to Pinnacle and add these other legs, guys. So Gainwell touchdown. Cool. And then, what was the other one? Kind of we have the same with Kenneth Gainwell over receiving yards over on a touchdown. We'd love to see that receiving touchdown. Looks like this play, they don't like the minus 109 anymore. Kind of disappeared. Let me open this play up, guys, and I'll find this. This is a pain in the ass when this happens. I apologize, guys. This is going to take me just a quick minute. But I'm just for the sake of time, this is what I'm going with, guys. It's not like it's like $1 million parlay. It's $20, and I like the boost with it. And so I'll share the link with you. I'm not going to go through all the bells and whistles to try to find this and add it to the parlay because it would literally take 5 minutes. So there we go. There's the link, guys, to the Onyx parlay. We are in over here on this. We're taking Kenny Gainwell over on his receiving yards for him to score a touchdown, and then the first quarter over 6.5, $20. Total payout of what, $131 in profit? So decent. And I'll just kind of forget about trying to put this in the slip. Let's get back to the rest of the books. Select these all and see what else that we have. We talked about HN, yeah. Warren on his receiving yards. This is an MGM play, guys. This is not bad at all. Orty, Bet365 hasn't been on any sports betting software that I know about in about 6 months, maybe 4 months. So it's not an odds jam and Bet365 thing. It's a Bet365 and any sports betting software. Guys, feel free to let me know if you have found a software that is showing Bet365 odds, but it's not just odds jam. To my knowledge, it's a lot of other softwares that aren't showing Bet365. And that's because Bet365 is probably making it incredibly difficult to scrape their odds without maybe, getting some kind of kickback. Look at that. Warren just went from plus 110 to plus 100. I hope you guys grab that. The over on Hard Rock. This is probably a Hard Rock only type of play for sure. Only on Hard Rock you can get this. Unfortunately, I lost Hard Rock. Nice to hear that, Skunky. Back up on S-Stake as of last night. Must have pulled their API. Good to know. Good to know. Appreciate you sharing that, Skunky. Yeah, I mean, everyone's dying. Listen, I'm dying for some of that. So let me kind of share with you guys. I'm curious. I'm literally going to do a live exercise on here because I'm just kind of curious to find out what's up. So as of yesterday, I found out that I got limited on Hard Rock. Big shock there, right? So what I'm curious, though, to find out is can I still get some SGP value, right? So maybe, I don't know, I want to take the over on the Steelers game, right? Maybe I want to take the over on 40.5. I want to take Malik Washington over on receiving yards. And maybe I want to take Kenny Gainwell over on a touchdown, right? So I come up here and I add these. Let's go here on Gainwell. Let's see if we can add that. There we go. Have these 3 plays teed up right here, right? And so I guess they're saying plus 804 on FanDuel, right? So I want to find out right now. I'm going to add these 3 plays. Because if I just try to bet this over, what you'll find out is maybe they'll let me bet a little bit more. I only have $340 in the account. Max wager's $165. But then if I went to go bet this, I might not be able to do that. Okay, so I'm going to try to find out. I would love to bet the over 40.5 straight up first. So that's what I want to do. But they probably won't. They already changed the odds. Yeah, we've been having also an issue with Hard Rock, just like OddsJam's been stale on these odds. So it's not good anymore. Let's see about the anytime TDs, though. Yeah, these are all old guys. The Hard Rock's just, they're pulling in it's plus 155 over here. So not even worth it. Is it the same for my boy Jonu? Yeah, Jonu's late. So never mind for the live exercise. It's basically dead. Let's take a look at some NBA props. Yeah, Orty, I don't know if you caught the stream a couple weeks ago. I was up in Flagstaff in Arizona. There's a Hard Rock out that way. And it was the first sports book that I walked into that I didn't place a single bet. They had and this isn't how it always used to be, guys. This is just sports books are catching on. They literally had extra vig baked into all the odds. It was insane. OddsJam was telling me it should have been this price. It was like 25 cents off at the actual kiosk. So kiosk betting isn't dead, guys, but at least for the Hard Rock and Flagstaff, it's definitely dead. And it was just so disheartening. So disheartening. All right, NBA props. We can go FanDuel. We can go Pinnacle. I don't really care. All I care about is line movement. That's all I care about. But I'm going to remove Hard Rock because we talked about it's probably stale odds. So let me do this, and then we'll do this. And then I'm also going to remove SportsZeno at the moment because there's just a lot going on there. Okay, Cam Johnson on rebounds. Is this really out there? This is the same odds as SportsZeno compared to FanDuel. What do we got here with FanDuel? Yo, 4 hours ago, they dropped off a cliff, and then they dropped again. If you guys can get this on Props Builder, this looks very good. This is an ARB to FanDuel. I'm going to go over to my bookie really quick and just take a peek, see what we got and what's up. So again, because of how light the NBA slate is tomorrow and on Wednesday, guys, there will not be a morning stream. I'll have evening streams tomorrow and Wednesday. We're back to the morning, 2 streams a day on Thursday. I'm flying to Maryland early Friday morning. I'm traveling all day Friday, going from west to east. So I'm going to be losing a lot of time there. So there won't be a stream Friday. There will be a stream Saturday in Maryland. Sunday, we'll have to see. That's when I'm technically spending my Christmas with my family on Sunday. So forgive me if I don't have a stream on Sunday. Back to streaming then Monday, back out here in Arizona. Looking at Cam Johnson on his rebounds, Rockets, Nuggets. It's at plus 129. I would love to bet this. Can we get it? I just got it, guys, on Props Builder at plus 129 odds. Really good bet on Props Builder. It's an ARB to FanDuel. I'm in on that all day long. Love the movement there. FanDuel is also a book that does offer the steals prop, guys. For my Canby people, you can bet that over there. Iris, I appreciate that, man. Obviously, guys, for Irish and everyone knows, like, I try to stream as much as I can. I do stream. I streamed on Thanksgiving. I'll stream this Christmas for the most part. I'll stream on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. But every now and then I do feel bad when I don't stream, right? I want to make sure I'm giving you guys your picks and your plays. So that's what's most important. But every now and then we do miss some streams from time to time. So we'll see about Sunday. I got my nephew. He's now just old enough to be in like the Christmas play. So it's a big deal for the family to go watch him. We'll see what happens on that Sunday, this upcoming Sunday morning. Eamon Thompson, yeah, that's decent. Duncan Robinson, again, this is an ARB to FanDuel. Points and rebounds. This is not a market that Pinnacle offers. So I would definitely go bet this. When we click into FanDuel, I like seeing this. Now, 6 hours ago, but again, they dropped. Then they dropped again. Then they dropped again. This is a lot of movement from FanDuel, guys. You'll have a great time just placing this bet on MGM, right? Go do that. Yeah, no doubt about that. No doubt about that, man. So, Bovada, you can have a good time. By the way, ProfitX, don't mind this at all. Only $165 on ProfitX. By the way, when I'm in Maryland this weekend, I'm going to have ProfitX and no vig back, guys. So, you ain't going to be getting these freebies anymore. I'm going to be grabbing all these plays all day long. So, you better enjoy it while you can, because I'm coming back, scooping up that liquidity. Jaren Jackson, Jaime Jaquez, Tobias Harris, Brandon Ingram. I would be willing to say that all of these are really solid. These are also, if you wanted to try to play a two-leg SGP with Ingram and Jaquez, who knows? This is where I talk a lot about the books want you to play an SGP, right? You click on the over here. You click the under over here. Can you get pricing? Can you get pricing that's similar to plus 273 on these two plays? If you can, this is an EV parlay. Go play this if you're interested in playing parlays. This is that kind of perfect combination where you can find plays that have a 5% edge, and even if you get a slightly nerfed payout here on the SGP, it's still plus EV. Go play those. You two know I've been a little busy today with work. I haven't got to see what's kind of going on with no vig, but feel free to let me know what's going on in terms of if anyone knows. Feel free to clue me in. You guys are kind of my eyes and ears when I'm not out there. So we hit this Cam Johnson play up. I want to look at this Khalil Ware play. Just moved from plus 100 to minus 103, so you know this is decent. Pinnacle's at minus 110, which isn't very good at all. So this is an example of a play that I really don't like. I don't want to go play this on Props Builder. These are three separate books that have really three different projections. In this, there isn't like massive movement up or down here. I don't really like this. Yeah, you could say, well, Pinnacle moved a little bit, right? They were at minus 105. Now they're at minus 110. But I just don't really care for this type of play. And if you guys check out that video on OddsJam, it goes into some specific examples of plays that I do like. And then it actually goes through an example similar to Khalil Ware. There's a Valanciunas play that I show on the video that I don't like. So if you guys are looking for step-by-step, like what am I looking for when I'm betting player props, check that video out because there's some great examples of exactly what I do. And we've went through examples like this on the streams in the past, but I'm looking for massive movement one way or the other. If I come back over to the save filters, let's do penny props now. So Pinnacle is the sharp book now. Jaren Jackson. Yeah, this might be a palpable error from MGM. They're the only book that has plus odds. Plus 120 on the over. It's an ARB to FanDuel, or Pinnacle, excuse me. It's an ARB to bookmaker. pretty good chance that this is a great play taking Jaren Jackson's over. Look at MGM, okay? Then watch this. Bingo, bango, bongo. 3 sharp books that are all moving in the same direction. You want to pick off this book all day long. Now, I'm sure a lot of you on here are limited on MGM, but for those of you that have a healthy MGM account, this would be a play that I would go literally probably put like 3 units on. It's at 8:30 tonight, which is only 3.5 hours away. It's not too bad, right? Najee Marshall on his points, rebounds, and assists. Not quite an arb to Pinnacle, but let's take a look at this. I do like this little movement here from Pinnacle at minus 115 to minus 120, but probably not enough movement here. I might just actually pass this one up. Spencer over on his assists. This is almost a low hold to Penny. FanDuel can catch action from me as well. But this actual graph right here, I don't like it. I just don't really like it. So it's good enough, though, that I might just do like a quarter of a unit or a half unit, but I'm not crazy about it. Got to have the bingo, bango, bongo, skunky. You got to have that. Nothing like it, right? I was getting excited to use that one. That was in my back pocket for a while. I was like, man, I was really hoping there are 3 books that are all lined up. Fanatics. Anything that's really above plus 108 odds is EV. So if you're looking like, hey, like no VIG, I'd bet this. Caesars at plus 111, guys. It's going to be 1.5% edge. This isn't like I'm running outside to scream this to everybody, like to go bet this. And wouldn't you know, Fanatics just moved from plus 125 to plus 110. See, so all of these plays, as you're seeing certain books move, this is confirmation that that was a good play. And so even if you're limited on Fanatics, and you're like, Billy, I don't care about this play. I can't bet this on Fanatics. I don't give a shit about that. What I give a shit about is that that was a play that we identified that was good on a book, and it moved, and now we just received confirmation that it was a good play. So the next time that you're looking at the board, and maybe it's a different sports book that you're seeing that same type of scenario, that's going to give you confidence to go nuke that player prop bet because of what we just saw, right? That was at the time an arb to Pinnacle, right? I'm going to beat this into your guys' brains that you watch. Arbs to Pinnacle, more times than not, are going to really work out in your favor. You don't have to overthink it. Just go bet it. And bet a full unit on it. And if you want to go above a unit to like 2 units, you have my blessing. Go have a good time with that. Those are going to be very profitable for you in the long run. Jamal Murray, under on assists. 1 cent off to being a low hold on DraftKings. Not favorable pricing to FanDuel, so I'm hoping the Pinnacle's moving a lot. Now, DraftKings moved up a touch from minus 109 to minus 105, but Pinnacle's moved down quite a bit, especially right here. 131 to 137, nice little movement here. I'm totally cool with going over to DraftKings and betting this under on Jamal Murray, on his assists. Okay. Damn, that was a very fast hour. That was a lightning fast hour. But we got through a lot, I'll say that. Quite a bit. Okay. Looking at this Nuggets-Rockets game, and let me see. Now, I don't have the balls to bet $370. I'm not there yet. Not there yet, but we're going to come down to assist. Murray, 105. I will go ahead and bet this for $210 to make $200. See if they'll let me have that. Yeah, that's nice. All right, $210 there on Murray. It's a good play. I do like it. I like it a lot. And again, the whole idea behind this, guys, OGs and DGens know this. I'm not just telling you what to bet. I'm actually placing the bets in front of you. I believe in what I'm betting so much so that, I'm risking my own capital for it as well. So one day we're going to have the cojones to start firing off $500 player prop bets. This Tyler Hero play, last one that I kind of want to take a look at. I don't like this movement from FanDuel, right? I not something I like to see. The book that I'm being recommended to place a wager on, guys, I don't want to see that movement. By the way, Jamal Murray, literally Jamal Murray, just moved to minus 109 odds. Just moved to minus 109. We just bet it at minus 105. Got some confirmation that it's looking pretty good, right? That's all you can ask for. At the time that you're placing these bets, positive EV betting, all you can do is make the best decision at the best time possible with the information that you have in front of you. But when you receive confirmation like that, it moved a little bit in your favor, that's always a really good sign. Always a good sign. Okay, so we're just going to bypass the Tyler Hero play. If you have questions, email me, DM me. Don't be afraid to reach out. This is how I like to top down sports bet. We're back at this tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, doing this again. I'm going to get locked and loaded for the Steeler game. I have some friends coming over. I got to get some things, got to get the apartment prepared, guys. Otherwise, have a fantastic Monday night. May all your bets cash. May you have the greatest night of sports betting in your entire life. Check out the vids on the channel, guys, and I'll talk to you guys mañana.